I don't know what's in the Epstein files. I do know that the Epstein files are in the custody of the Biden administration. I don't know to what extent they've added or deleted things.
There are still a few Trump loyalists, high priests in the cult of Donald Trump, who are steadfast in defending the dear leader. Now that this letter from the Wall Street Journal has been revealed, where Donald Trump said to Jeffrey Epstein, let me get the quote right, "Happy birthday, Jeffrey Epstein, and may every day be another wonderful secret." Ron Johnson was asked about this on CNN. The senator from Wisconsin, Ron Johnson, a dyed-to-the-wool conspiracy theorist, a dipshit. He was asked about this by Jake Tapper, another dipshit. Just dipshit on dipshit action over here, talking about another dipshit. It's the trifecta of dipshittery. And his answer is just remarkable, because when there is no way to actually defend the position that you're taking, you just blame the Democrats. Well, the Democrats he's kind of taken the same tack as Donald Trump about the Democrats created this file. We'll get to all of that. Watch Ron Johnson just stumble and bumble and try his best to defend the worshipful dear leader, the supreme leader, Donald Trump, against accusations that he not only wants to have sex with his daughter and sexualizes his children, but he also possibly,
Yeah, but why not release the Epstein files? I mean, this is something that Republicans campaigned on. You said there's something in it that doesn't smell right. It seems pretty obvious that this is causing legislative problems for the president, and him just saying, he's already said everybody should change the subject. This is boring. People who care about this, I don't want your support anymore. You're weaklings. That's not working. Republicans are upset. The base is upset.
So again, I don't know what's in the Epstein files. I do know that the Epstein files are in the custody of the Biden administration. I don't know to what extent they've added or deleted things. It's kind of amazing now. Democrats who did not want them released, now they want them released. So again, I'm a little concerned about chain of custody. I don't know anything about it. I'm as curious as anybody else. I'll let the process play out, but we should not hold $9 billion of spending reduction hostage for a debate over the Epstein files.
Republican Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin.
Look, this is just maddening that they're doing this, because look, the problem is they know there's a certain section, a cross section of MAGA world that's just going to lap up this propaganda and regurgitate it. They know that, but it doesn't hold water. None of it holds water. For years, Donald Trump acknowledged the Epstein files. For years, Donald Trump promoted the idea that there's this network of child abusers out there in the Democratic Party and elsewhere among the powerful, Hollywood, whatever. He promoted this for years. He talked about releasing the Epstein files, that they need to be released. For years, he promised he would release them when he got into office. But now he says they're fake? Now, not only are they fake, but Obama wrote them, Comey wrote them, Brennan wrote them, Hillary Clinton wrote them, Joe Biden created them. It's a fake hoax, which that would be a crime. So why are they not investigating and bringing charges against Obama and James Comey and Hillary Clinton and John Brennan and Joe Biden? Why are they not seeking prosecution for the crime that he says took place? But Democrats created them, Ron Johnson, and then created a conspiracy theory and a lie about Donald Trump, and then didn't release it. What? Then why create it if you're not committed to releasing it? Do I think all of these files should have been released? Yes. And I don't care whose name's on it. If Bill Clinton's name's on it, burn him to the ground. Anybody who abuses children, burn them to the ground. Democrat, Republican, I don't care. You're not going to catch me, or really anybody that I know, saying, well, there's probably an explanation. No, there's not. No, there's not. Not for Donald Trump, not for Bill Clinton, not for Bill Gates. burn them to the ground if they harmed a child. So the Democrats created it, didn't release it. They didn't release it in 2016, even though Obama created it. They didn't release it in 2016 when Donald Trump was running for president. They didn't release it in 2020 when Donald Trump was running for president. They didn't release it in 2024 when he ran for president again. We couldn't even get around to starting to prosecute the January 6th insurrectionists because we had Merrick Garland. The Democrats are not good at forward-looking strategy. Just not as a party. And we'll get to that in my next video where I talk about Cory Booker and his battle with Chuck Grassley. Democrats are inherently too decent, too hopeful and optimistic about Republicans. I guess I'll leave it there. But this is just absolute nonsense propaganda. First of all, why have thankfully they had Ron Johnson on. It gave me something to talk about today, right? But why are they having Ron Johnson on CNN? Jake Tapper, who has set his attention and his energy toward looking backward at Joe Biden. And here we are, Jake. Is your new book furiously being written? Dipshit. Anyway, what do you think out there? I would appreciate your feedback here. You can comment below. That would be fantastic. It'll help the algorithm to share this content far and wide. And you can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I appreciate you very much. You can follow me on social media at Dollemore, just about everywhere. Not on the Nazi Twitter, but everywhere else at Dollemore. Very unique, very creative username, you know. I gotta be me. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.